that I mentioned earlier.
Mate. Get him, Cal. Get him. Get his arm. That's right.
Okay, and I do like how how they switch out without restarting positions. Generally, if when you restart a round in grappling, you start from neutral position. But this is usually starting him from a disadvantaged position, forcing him to practice escapes. And that's good because as good as Don Fry is, there's a chance that if he doesn't get put in a disadvantaged position from the start, he might not get put in a disadvantaged position, therefore meaning he doesn't get to practice his escape, and therefore if he gets caught with one in a match, boom, suddenly he's done for.
You see how we keep fresh horses in all the time, so it pushes Mr. Fry.
Dear God, we're hearing one of them talk.
Mate, water.
What you see is we will do that probably for anywhere from a half hour to an hour. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to some drills.
Okay, let's comment on that before we look into these drills. Okay, so about a half hour to an hour of just constant wrestling. That would be killer on the conditioning for any normal person. For the average person, that would probably constitute more than an entire workout. So without question, that alone means you have great conditioning. So, but since this goes from the warm-up directly to this with no break, no space in between of just, okay, finish stretching, warm up with wrestling, continue wrestling for about half hour to an hour. That's genuinely pretty good there. So let's look into these drills that he's doing. Like he mentioned, he doesn't really tend to spar because he has other training methods. So let's see what we got here.
My partners will line up and we'll go through a sprawl drill.
Okay, sprawl drill.
Go this way.
Okay, now for the people who are unfamiliar, sprawling is considered the basic technique to stop a takedown. Where it's basically just put your hips back, put your legs back, prevent them from grabbing your legs or hips. Use your chest to just kind of push them down. Generally, you kind of grab them around the midsection. In some cases, maybe you just push them down at the shoulders, and from there you might just circle around. Let's see, but that's the technique. Let's see how this drill goes.
What I'm doing here, these guys are down. These guys shoot at my legs. I get probably about arm's length away. I have preparation for this. These guys take a shot. I sprawl back. I then move on to Rich. After Rich does it, I then move on to Cal. After Cal does it, I go back. Then I do it again. Probably do this about 5 or 6 times. After that, I'll start running.
Okay, 5 to 6 times for that. So there's three of them, but he says there's 4, so let's use 4 for the metric here. That's 20 to 24 sprawls. With partners. There, and then he runs.
My workout room. Workout room's a lot bigger than this, and we run around for probably about a minute to 2 minutes. At that point, I have Rainy Martinez, who is a former Navy SEAL, who runs, just for the sake of running, I don't know, around 9 miles a day or something like that. I gotta try.
That's actually very impressive. Like one of my teachers, he's kind of a local celebrity because everyone recognizes him because he's constantly running around town. And some people even call him the Running Man. He runs 6 miles a day. So, I mean, anyone running more than that on a daily basis to me is just crazy.
I keep up with.
But the military guys are just a different breed, and he is too because he was in the Air Force. But
Then he's my pacer.
Like I mentioned earlier, pacer. Having a pacer is a godsend when you're running. And so is a treadmill, to be honest.
Honestly, I'm not built like that, so it's hard. So he pushes me. After that, I come in, I hit the dummy. The throwing dummy will be on the ground. Now that's where I work my elbows. Work my elbows, my knees, my headbutts. I don't work it with my partner. Like I said before, that's stupid. Have you ever seen anybody do that? Grab your stuff and get out. It doesn't make any sense to do anything like that.
Okay, if we're talking... Okay, he said he does it with the throwing dummies, so... maybe he's just talking about doing that with a partner on the ground, because, yeah, knees to a partner on the ground is stupid, but if we're talking just, like, maybe in clinch sparring, throwing knees to the stomach, I think that's fine. I mean, generally, I do the thing that you see Thai boxers doing, where you actually hit with the inner thigh instead of the knees during it, so you don't actually cause any unnecessary pain during training, because that can mess up the later drills. But yeah.
In a position. So we were fighting. I know this man's going to shoot. So I get in my wrestling stance position. Shoot. I sprawl back. As I sprawl back, you see I come down with his back and his head.
Okay, that's an interesting way to sprawl. It seems slightly different than the classical sprawling technique. I guess he modified it a bit more towards MMA from the basic wrestling one. Or maybe it's the judo version, because I actually didn't learn how to sprawl in judo because, I learned the modern version. Halfway modern. We don't really follow the Olympic rule set, but we more or less kind of keep to it. Yeah, in drilling. Which is weird. I don't get why we do that. And of course, in karate, we actually keep one leg kind of forward because we want to keep one foot on the ground. Yeah, so that we can stand up at a moment's notice.
Boom. I want to control this man.
Okay, he kind of did it there, but he went sideways with it.
Boom. I control this man. Now I go back. We try and do this as quickly as possible. I have 1 minute to do this drill. We will have a set number of times to do this drill. I have to complete it within 1 minute. As you see, increases your heart rate, increases your breathing. Does not take long.
Yeah, it's basic. The way he's performing this it's basically kind of like prolonged basic plyometric exercises, but he does it in a way that contextualizes it to the actual training he's supposed to be doing anyway. Now, I actually can't think of a time where I saw Don Frye sprawl in a fight, because usually he's either committing hyperaggression, and immediately going for a takedown, or wait, did he fail a sprawl in his fight with Mark Coleman? Okay, I can't remember properly off the top of my head, but yeah, good for endurance, of course, but this is more of a technical drill, which honestly I quite like, and I might actually put into the curriculum for my style of karate, because like I mentioned, we have the sprawl, and this seems like a pretty good drill, so I think I might take it.
After that point, one of my partners goes and gets the dummy.
Okay, that is a very nice dummy. I wish they still made him like they did back then.
I now start my running routine. I'm running around the whole workout area. Like I said, 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever the current time is. Somebody else time. I advance to the dummy. Get in the mount position. Boom. Work the elbows. Go to the side mount. Boom. Work the elbows. Pass the arm. I pass the arm. Now I'm rolling up for the knees.
That's illegal these days.
The elbows too. Again,
also illegal these days.
while I'm working out, I'm practicing lowering my weight. Let the man carry my weight. Boom, 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 boom. Arm bar.
That's it. That's actually a pretty good arm bar.
Ribs.
You don't see many of those these days.
Head. I'm keeping my weight down. Working this. Again, arm bar. Whatever I see, I use. Again, as in the side mount position, I'm attacking the man. Next situation. And then go to my running again.
Okay, so that was a technical drill.
Another 1 minute.
He's running in between so that he keeps
whatever the eternal time is
going. Yeah, while the techniques get out.
Keep it up until they yell time. Once they yell time, we're going to begin our kick drill.
Okay.
Again, 1 minute, 2 minute, whatever the determined time is. I want to prepare myself. I want to make sure my partner's ready. I just don't say time, run over, start kicking the man. I make sure my partner's ready. I get my stance. This is where you can slow it down. This is where you can think about it. You don't want to run over, just jump, kick, end up getting hurt, doing it wrong, getting out of position. You want to line this up. What I'm doing is I'm working technique now. Does me no good to come over here, kick the man wrong, hit his elbow with my foot. I'm going to line up the way I want to be lined up. I got to relax. I have to get a certain number of kicks within this 2 minute time.
Wait, here, just let me. Okay, sorry. It looked like he was kicking with his foot for a second. You see, I'm a proponent for kicking with the foot, but not with low kicks. I say use the shin for low kicks. But okay, this is a standard drill training. Yeah, drill training both accuracy with hitting your low kicks, but also power generation with them. Because what good is a low kick if you're not going to do damage? Everyone in who competes in MMA, especially who's if they do a style that has low kicks, is going to have taken a low kick to the point of where they're resilient. They develop a resilience to low kicks. Heck, these days boxers handle low kicks pretty well, especially since they realize they don't have to technically check low kicks. They can just lean into them.
Again, begin my running.
Okay, still running in between drills.
Okay, now somebody yells time. I decide it's time to take a break. Go over, grab your water. It's not a commercial. I'll try and cover up the water so nobody thinks, oh, hey, he's advertising for someone during his video. That's cheap. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to convince you of make sure you have a large amount of water. Gatorade, Powerade, whatever it is. You have to stay hydrated. If you get dehydrated, you can't concentrate. You want to stay fresh.
No comment.
Drink lots of water. I always take breaks. I drink a lot of water. I probably carry about 5 or 6 water bottles with me, large water bottles, and I go through them every workout. Sit down. Talk to your guys. Your people will tell you, okay, look, you look real good on the sprawls, but you look real weak on the kick. So then we say, okay, fine. I got to concentrate more on the technique on my kick.
Yeah, funnily enough, that is actually more or less what I would say, because his sprawls looked great, but his kicks looked, from my perspective, a little, they were a little off. Maybe it's because he was talking during them, but I mean, I'm not saying I can do better. Quite frankly, I think my low kicks are pretty good, but this is Don Fry. He's the kind of guy who takes your legs off.
Say, I'm not pivoting properly on my foot. I'm not turning my hip into it. What is it? Say, my hand's coming down, my hand's staying down as I come back. Boom, boom. That's what your partners are for. Your partners are there to tell you about your weaknesses. You have to allow them to be able to dissect your skills and tell you. You have to listen to your partners. They're the best asset that you have going. Again, drink lots of water. If you feel like you're working too hard, sit down and take a break. There's nobody there telling you, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Just like Don Fry. I am lucky. This is my job. I don't have an 8-hour job, and then I go to the workout room. This is all I do. God's blessed me in that area. If you're